So Luke sent us a link to, this is actually 2 years old. This is a video that I haven't watched it myself, but the description of the video explains what's going on.
Which is perfect for
it's a recording of a
format.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
it's fine. It's a recording apparently of a phone call between someone who just happened to be Time Washington bureau chief and a telemarketer. So this journalist from Time just like happened to get a telemarketing call from a health insurance company, and he was offered a deal on health insurance from this woman on the phone, but he thought there was like something weird about the call. So he started to realize at a certain point, like, I think this is a robot. So he asked point blank, "Are you a robot?" And she just like laughed and said enthusiastically, "No, I'm real." And like, just like, ha ha ha, no, of course not. But then he just started asking her like weird questions that a health insurance telemarketer might not know, such as, what vegetable is found in tomato soup? And she said she didn't understand the question.
Oh, shit.
And when he asked her what day of the week it was yesterday, she complained of a bad connection. Like she was programmed to try and deflect questions that would indicate that would like help prove she's not a robot.
And to lie.
To
point blank.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. So then he like told other Time reporters, and over the next hour they all just started calling this robot to like just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. So she claimed her name was Samantha West, and her whole like her role. I mean, apparently a very convincing voice, and
it wasn't just Jake's bad whatever. The Mac and talk.
Like the point of the robot was to like get a bunch of health insurance questions out of you. Like she would ask, "Are you on Medicare?" and stuff, and then like when it was finally time to like close the sale, you'd be transferred to a real human. But it was her. She was basically like the human is the closer, but she was like, you know,
the primer.
The primer, exactly, and like.
Good cop, bad cop.
The number is
real cop, fake.
I don't know if the number is. I don't know if the number is still active, but the number is 484-589-5611. And if you Google the number, there are just like threads full of people confused about this like weird woman who keeps calling them again and again, trying to sell them health insurance and like trying to figure out what the deal with it is.
It's how Skynet begins.
A friendly-sounding woman on the phone claimed I requested health insurance information, wrote one user. She doggedly refused to deviate from her script. So there are lots of people who just had no idea they were talking to a robot and thought they were just talking to a very persistent telemarketer, like just a low-level call center employee. And then...
God, I bet that happens all the time when you call up.
This is most of the sort of shit that makes me so sad for grandmas. Grandmas can't figure this shit out, man.
Human employees of the company, when asked about the robot Samantha, just ended the call. They just like hung up. The Time reporter eventually called back enough to finally talk to someone who didn't actually hang up when he asked about the robot. Apparently it's a company called PremierHealthAgency.com, whose motto on their website is "We're here to help ... because we care." And the company still claims that they don't use robot callers. And then hung up the phone. Like it's really fucked up. It's like seems very.
Everyone involved is in fact a robot.
Maybe it's a brainwashed
it's robots
woman.
all the way down.
Maybe Samantha is just a reflection of their personalities on the phone. It's like their sense of phone etiquette. It's like, do you use a robot? We're breaking up. Call's breaking up.
It's not a robot. Technically, it's an AI.
It's a pervasive AI that has taken over every phone terminal in this company.
It's a human being.
Yeah. We can't get out. We can't get out.
Every time someone says that it's a robot, she kills them.
Yeah, that's the trigger.
Call is terminated when I ask about the robot. I don't know why. Anyway, this building is powered by an incinerator.
Right in the incinerator, yeah. She's been just like the pulsing dark heart of this. Like
they use this obscure old email sorting system. SAMANTHA.
She's the Shodan of this fucking bad insurance company.
Shitty insurance company.
Nobody's left that building in 4 years.
Where's that shock series spiritual successor that's just the story of this insurance company?
Just greenlit right then.
It's fine. Clint Hawking, get on it. What? It'd be good.
It would be good.
You guys should hire him.
Love nothing more.
Video games. Before reader mail, I need to do something important before Nick Brecken has to leave, if he has to leave. We, like weeks ago, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we talked about Samantha West, whom we understood to be a robot telemarketer. In reality, Samantha West is not really a robot, but sort of a like human assisted like soundboard kind of script.
It's like a flash soundboard that presents as a person who's helping you on the phone, right?
But the time reporter who wrote the story that we referred to a few weeks ago recorded one of his conversations with this like person, this entity, and I feel like it points more towards our robot future than the current technology would allow the actual robot version to be. And I want to play.
So this is like,
that.
this is like a person on the other end of a soundboard basically starting to sweat profusely when unable to answer these questions, I imagine, right?
Yeah. So here, let me just, I'm going to cue this up. The thing that we were talking about a few weeks ago, but had not actually heard ourselves.
Hey.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm calling about an online request you once made about health insurance coverage.
Okay.
I work with all major companies and compare...
Hey, are you a robot?
What? No, I am a real person. Maybe we have a bad connection. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's crazy. You just sound so much like a robot.
I am a real person. Maybe we have a bad connection. I'm sorry about that.
Will you tell me you're not a robot? Just say I'm not a robot, please.
I am a real person.
I mean, I believe you, but will you just say I'm not a robot? It'll make me feel better to hear you say it.
There is a live person here.
But I know there is. It would just make me feel so much better to hear you say I am not a robot.
What?
If you could say the words I'm not a robot, it would really mean a lot to me.
I am a real person. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I just want to hear you say I am not a robot.
Yes, I'm a real person.
Right, but will you say I'm not a robot?
Jesus.
Are you there? Enrollment Center?
What?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Let me ask you a couple of questions. Are you currently on Medicare?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But now let me ask you a question.
Medicaid or looking for Medicaid?
We'll go, you ask me a question, then I'll ask you a question. How about that?
Sure.
Okay, are you a robot?
No.
Will you say I'm not a robot?
That's it.
Oh, no! Oh.
Samantha.
One answer away from
So
the
close.
end, really.
So close.
So,
Yeah, those are the conversations you're going to have with basically like the robot. What that reminds me of weirdly is the it's a stupid reference to pull, but when the weird bug alien inhabits the guy in Men in Black.
Yeah.
Like just a thing that presents as human.
Right.
The more you engage with it, the more it becomes incredibly uncomfortable, and
Right.
eventually you just part of your body is removed and
Right.
laying on the floor.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's so strange.
Yeah, it is.